We back for another session of Go Head First, this step-by-step process. And what we're going to do today is apply for a business license. So, I'm sure we might have some, just strictly entrepreneurs in here that just serial entrepreneurs. We might have an engineer in here. We might have a plumbing company. We might have some IT gurus. We might have beauticians. Whatever you may be or whatever you're going to be, I hope that we have all of that in this community. Again, if you would like, please hit the subscribe button. I need those likes. I need those comments. And then feel free to share, what you may be doing or what your goal is. How Go Head First can help you move forward. Also, happy holidays, and hopefully we're here, or we should be. We never know, what happens going forward, but hopefully I'm here to tell you all Happy New Year as well. We get these New Year resolutions out the way, which we should be doing now. We shouldn't be waiting until the new year to do it. Let's be proactive and let's get into it. So, every, different state or city have their different rules and regulations. For the examples that we've been using Arkansas, and the company name has been Jack to Jack. And also, the city that we've been in is in Little Rock. That's where all of the examples been going to. Again, feel free to refer to the previous videos to follow the process of establishing business. Again, step by step. We did the articles of incorporation. We did the EIN number. We haven't done the operating agreement yet. We have done the business license, and we also did the BOI report, which is the beneficial owner information report as well. But now we're going to get the business license out the way, and then in the future we should be doing the operating agreement. So this is going to be really short. I don't want to take too much of your time. I want to make these sessions very informative, but at the same time a good walkthrough. So it asks us again. Every city or every town doesn't require you to do a business license. Little Rock does. So you need to speak with your local representatives and then your local community to find out what's required. We're going to do the online version. Normally, different entities or businesses or provinces or bureaus or whatever require you to do a PDF form. That's an option, but every area is different, so you need to follow up on that. But this is the online business application, and so it asks us, do we give consent to the data of this business? And we're going to say yes. We're going to get permission to store and process the data. So we're going to click that. It asks you if yes, will you also fill out a home occupation permit portion on this form. We're just going to put yes here. We pretty much going to fill out the things that have an asterisk there as well. It's pretty self-explanatory. Jack to Jack was a new business. We're not changing ownership, but it was a new business. And then, of course, they have existing business, the change of address. This is really important because the mail could be going from one place to the next. So you definitely need to make sure that you keep up with your documents. We're going to put that as a new business because it is. They were kind of reminds me that I need to do one other document for a business that I've been working on, a change of ownership. The actual business startup date, I think we started Jack to Jack on 12. I don't know. We're just gonna put. I think we did it on. Let's say the 17th. Let's say the 17th. Oh shoot. And then it's going to ask us also how many full-time employees we have. And for this particular answer, we're not going to have any employees. We didn't have any. The form of business, Jack to Jack wasn't LLC. It was a single member LLC. The name was Jack. Let's do the caps here. We did not have a doing business as name. And the description of the business I think we chose was real estate. So we're going to put that there. We're going to go on down even further. The telephone number we did was 870-403-1576. We didn't have a fax number there, but if you have a fax number there, you can put one there. You can also put in not applicable if you like to. And the email we use was according. We're going to go down even further. The business license, or the license address. We're going to use the address that we used in the previous documents that we filed. And again, you need to also refer back all of that information we did previously, in the videos we did previously, are important because you'll use that same information on your documents going forward. So you want to make sure your mailing address and everything kind of stays consistent, for sure. And then we're going to go to the mailing address. We're just going to keep it consistent, which was 10301 Canis Road, again, Little Rock, Arkansas, 72205. I don't like to use a tab, but business owner. The business owner again was BB Dixon. Driver's license number, we're just gonna put 11. And the date of birth, we're gonna use. We're just gonna make it up. And once we go down even further, the at-home address, we're going to keep it just consistent. Again, I stated that we do not necessarily want to, we want to keep the business and the business address separate if all possible. You can refer to iPostal as a good resource if you want to in the future. I've used them. I haven't had any issues with them. And then, of course, there's other software or services that are available for business addresses if you don't have a brick and mortar business. We're going to also use the same number there. And then the property owner, we're going to put BB Dixon. We're going to use the same phone number. We're just going to put a fax that's not applicable. It's not really required. We're going to say that BB Dixon, we're just going to say not applicable here. Again, it's not required. This is definitely optional. We're going to say that the race is other. And we're going to go on down to the previous business location. We're not going to fill that out just for this particular example. But if you want to fill that out, you can put a previous business location address. It's going to ask you, do you sell tobacco or you sell alcohol, or the business maintains inventory. And for this purpose, it does not maintain inventory. It says check any of the following that apply, which none of this apply. We don't sell explosive material or flammable explosives. I'm sorry. We don't have any number of those, so we're going to put no there, and there's no need to put any comments. We're going to go on down here, read all of the things in red. If you are no longer a business, you should also always give proper notification. Also, if you're a business that decide to go under or close the doors, you can also go back to your Secretary of State, and you have to do you can dissolve the business as well. We'll probably go through an example on that later in the future. We're going to say agree here after you read everything. Make sure that you follow all of the rules and directions. There are fees for a business license, and then also you have to keep that stuff current. We would put, BB as the first name, Dixon as the last name, the owner or representative phone number there, and then you put a date there. Again, for this purpose, we're going to put today's date, but we are not going to hit submit because we do not want to process this document. So just kind of give you an idea of how a business license is filled out. Again, some businesses, they do real estate. Some businesses do plumbing. Some might do, have cosmetology or barbers or whatever the case may be. Or and then also you would go to agree here, go all the way down to the bottom. The general information address, if you want to, you'll fill that out, which we're going to use the same. And this is actually a long form. Use the same zip code. Will you propose use generate pedestrian or vehicular traffic or delivery for mail or carrier? No. I don't know what's going on there. And then you'll make sure that you acknowledge that statement. It'll also ask you, does the business owner live at the address of this application? You'll put the acknowledgement there. You will report the number of business owners, whether it's one or two. And then we're going to refer back to the BOI reporting. Again, all of this information needs to stay consistent. So if there's an error, obviously it will probably stick out like a sore thumb. But definitely answer the questions accordingly. Employees are not allowed to report home-based business locations. You acknowledge there. Home-based businesses cannot generate these pedestrian or vehicular traffic. You put acknowledge there, and then you would also list any stock or merchandise that you store. You're going down here, list any services or repairs done on the premises, which none of this applies to us. What type of business advertising is proposed? You will put that information there as well. The number of square footage of the brick and mortar business, if there is a brick and mortar business, you will put that there. The total square footage of the dwell unit devoted to business. And like I said, if it's your home, it would be the square footage of that. Please use a space for any comments or additional information. And then there's an ordinance. There's actually a law that you have to abide by. You would also go on down to reading that and answering the questionnaire. In the notes, the applicant should be appraised that he or she should investigate any bill of assurance restrictions placed on this property. And you would, of course, you would sign here and date. And then for this example, it was BB Dixon. You would date here. We're going to put 12/29 of 2024. You would hit submit. Again, we're not going to hit submit. We do not want to submit this form. So hopefully they give you an idea of how to fill out the business license for whatever business or venture that you might be into. I really appreciate you all attending. Leave comments or subscribe as well. Let me know if there's anything that you would you would be interested in or have questions about. And you all have a blessed day. Thanks again.